we're going to be talking about the menstrual sponge. Hi guys, Victoria here. We're going to talk about sponges today because after filming my video yesterday about tampons, and I guess I made another video yesterday about sponges and tampons and pads and oh my. So I thought I would kind of do a little mini series because there's only going to be a couple videos. And I would talk about the different products in more detail for you to listen to me and to learn. Okay, great. I got it. I went to a facilitator training in England last summer for Celebration Day for Girls, where it is a day-long workshop for girls 10 to 12 years old, and we teach them all about puberty and menstruating and menarche and how exciting and great it is. So it's just like a great program where we bring in these girls and we kind of like welcome them into the collected club of womanhood and changing the conversation to an exciting thing, like yippee skippy, you're gonna be a part of our group, instead of like, this really terrible thing is gonna happen to you and you're gonna start bleeding from your vagina, but don't worry, you're not dying, you're just a woman now, yay. No, it's like happy, like this is what's happening, like this is how you're connected to a greater picture, and I'll stop blabbing, but it's a super great thing. Anyways, I was in England at this facilitator training, and one of the other ladies there, she's from Spain, her name is Dolores, she's a very lovely lady, and she has her own company and she makes reusable pads. The company's called Orethic, and I got some menstrual pads from her, I got some pads from her, I got some reusable pads from her, and I got 2 sponges because I think they came in a 2-pack. Okay. So I got a 2-pack of sponges, and I'm showing you the one I have used because the other one is kind of destroyed, and I'll tell you why. So sponges are super easy to use. I like to think of them as like a nature's tampon because basically that's what they are. To use them, you wet it down, squeeze out all the excess water. You don't have to make that face when you do it. So just run it under your tap water or into the sink, or you can dip it in a glass of water or something. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. And squeeze out all the excess water, and you kind of like squish it up into like a little torpedo, and then you take that torpedo and you place it inside your vagina. Oops, into your vagina, just like a tampon. It's a little bit more hands-on than a tampon because you obviously don't have an applicator with the sponge, so don't make that squeamish. But before, the number one thing that I wish I would have realized or thought of before sticking this inside of me was getting it back out. Hans, put a string in this, like, and find where it's opposite. That side's kind of like opening up a little bit, so I put it in this end and kind of weave it in there. Get it like a nicer quality string, not a thin one, because then that's gonna cut it. So if you get like a thick sort of like yarn thing, and make your own tampon sponge string thing, because it's gonna, I was just scaring me last night and now I think there's something in my house. Anyways. So put a string in there, it's gonna help with the removal of it so much. I got this sponge in England, was super excited about it because I was super into trying new feminine hygiene products besides tampons. It's a real sponge, and there's something about it, it's like, this is cool. It's from nature and I'm gonna put it inside of me. Anyway, my complaints though, it's a sponge. The first time I used it, I didn't have a string on it, so I went to remove it and like it was up in there and I had to go digging for it, and it is a sponge, so you squeeze it and the fluids come out. So it went fine and everything, but then like long story short, I had to get into my bathtub to remove this because it was a mess. Like this isn't a horror story, any of that. It was messy. So put a string in it and that helps with the removal, but at the same time, it's still like, you have to be careful when like handling it to like go and squeezing out and rinsing it out and preparing it to use it again. Because if you like accidentally squeeze it, you're gonna just get blood everywhere, and you don't want that. I don't mind it that much, but it is not my preferred form of my preferred form of feminine hygiene product. I don't know, okay? It's great. It's good for different reasons, but it's not my favorite. I don't use it anymore. I just kind of keep it in my drawer and I'm like, hey Sponge, what's up? I should name it. It kind of looks like a George. It looks like, I don't know why George. It kind of looks like, you know, on Esther Island, the big stone statues. That's kind of what he looks like, without many face. Like he has the chin, but like he doesn't have a nose or eyes right now. But this is George, my sponge statue, not from Esther Island. Hey y'all, tampons get boring, and it's fun to venture out and try new things. And so try nature's tampon. This